What's up, people? This is Strident here, and I am bringing to you my first score review. What I just let you listen to was the intro music to Crysis 2. It was done by Hans Zimmer, the infamous Hans Zimmer. Um, that not the entire score, but just that intro. It was scored by, I want to say, three people. It's Hans Zimmer, Borislav Slavov, and Tilman Silisu. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Um, Pretty much Hans Zimmer created some cues or some, themes, main themes, and Mr. Slavov and Mr. Silisu, uh, they continued on and built on those themes. So what you end up with is this super epic mashup that makes you sound like the most epic soldier that ever existed, in the history of mankind. You're like Captain America, Solid Snake, and Commander Steel all smashed up into one, and you're fighting an alien menace known as the Ceph. But I'm not getting into the game itself. I'm only talking about the music. What I noticed about this score, is that unlike a lot of our current shooters, the score is grand, like really grand. Um, it doesn't sound like it was just done in someone's basement, and if it was, then these guys are amazing. But it sounds like you had a full studio, your full orchestra. I mean, the only thing it's missing is a choir, you know. But it just reminds me of those old action movies uh, um, like Predator and even Alien and old military movies, stuff by old themes by Alan Silvestri. Um, Even John Williams had some old themes that had this grandeur to them, and this feels like it. It doesn't make you feel like you're playing a video game. And that's one of those things that I'm starting to want more in my games. A lot of games have awesome art direction and shitty music. And the one I bring to mind the most, Arkham Asylum. The shittiest music for a Batman game. Some of it felt like it fit because it was just creaks and crawls and stuff, but it needed that grandiose, epic, synth and orchestra mix, like what Mr. Zimmer and what's the other guy's name? I hate when I forget these things. Hans Zimmer and I was gonna say James Newton Howard. Could be wrong. I think I am wrong. Um, but the music that was done between the two of them in Batman Begins, yeah, it was James Newton Howard. Uh, they managed to mix the electronic, skillfully mix the the traditional orchestral feel that you're used to hearing with heroes and heroism, and especially with gothic surroundings. This game, because you're in New York, urban jungle, it has a mixture of heavy percussion, and then because of the technology or technological aspect and the alien aspect and those themes, they use a lot of synth. And the synths range from crazy bass lines to little bleeps and blips here and there, but just things that give their cues that let your mind slip into the concept of technology and all the different types of technology, alien and human and Earth or Earthbound, I guess, technology. And you just drift away with this stuff. It's not like any of these sounds are out of place that make you drift out of the experience. Also, the horns and hi hats and just all of the orchestral elements that you hear in this, I can't stress how much these make you feel like a hero, more so than a constant heavy metal guitar all over the place. And another thing is the use of the guitar and the various filters and effects that were put on top of them. It just adds to the urgency and the sense that you have a job to do. The story in the game is confusing, but if you ignore the story and just play mission by mission based on what you're hearing, you feel like you're doing something. You feel like there is something you always have to do. And this is something that too many games seem to ignore and forget. So I just wanted to take a little bit of time out to point out how powerful and how well done this score is. And that's 3 people. It took, probably didn't necessarily take 3 people, but it's 3 people it took to, make this a winner. I'm sure Hans Zimmer is busy again with Mr. Newton Howard or working on The Dark Knight Rises, which is probably why he wasn't able to do more than, I think, 4 themes on this game. But, whatever the politics aside, we ended up with an awesome project. It eclipses the first score by a million. I mean, I don't know what else there is to say about that. The first score was good. It was atmospheric, but it doesn't touch this one. Anyway, yeah, if you guys, have your feelings about this game and the music and whatnot, let me know. Give me some comments below. Subscribe if you're into this kind of stuff, because I'm going to do a lot more OST reviews or rants or, thoughts. And, yeah, you know the deal. This is Strident, and I am out. Peace.